How crazy would it be to have three brothers on the same NBA team? However, that would be difficult to make happen due to both Lonzo and LaMelo Ball being star caliber players. Salary caps would probably get in the way of them playing together, but there's another reason why the Ball NBA trio is not realistic. Gelo is nowhere near the NBA level, and it's not all his fault. Despite having a great high school run with his brothers, LiAngelo's career started going downhill ever since he joined UCLA. He was meant to spend 1 year at college and join the NBA, but the shoplifting fiasco messed up the plan and made his father, LeVar, take actions that were too drastic. Hello again, basketball fans, and welcome back to Hoop Vision. LiAngelo Ball's basketball journey began in his childhood, deeply influenced by his father, LeVar Ball. From a young age, their household buzzed with the pursuit of basketball excellence. LeVar was not only a father, but also a coach and mentor, pushing LiAngelo and his brothers to work tirelessly to improve their skills on the court. This upbringing instilled in them a strong work ethic and a relentless drive to succeed in the sport. Due to their training regimens and their time spent together, the Ball brothers, LiAngelo, Lonzo, and LaMelo forged a close brotherhood. They became each other's biggest supporters and toughest competitors, pushing one another to reach new levels. This bond extended beyond the basketball court, as they enjoyed hanging out and doing stuff together. At the beginning of their high school run, it seemed LeVar was doing everything right. During their high school years, the Ball brothers emerged as standout basketball talents. LeVar's kids looked like superheroes on the court compared to other high school players. They were the best thing to ever happen to the Chino Hills Huskies and quickly became a national sensation. The Chino Hills Huskies experienced the best season in their history, going 35-0 that year, capturing the attention of basketball media nationwide. Even though Lonzo was the one leading the pack, LiAngelo played a huge role in the team's success. In his freshman year, LiAngelo wasted no time in making his presence felt, averaging an impressive 27 points per game. This early display of potential set the stage for what would become a great high school career. However, senior year was LiAngelo's best season, showcasing his scoring ability. Averaging an astounding 34 points per game, he became an offensive force for the Huskies. His crowning achievement came in a historic game where he exploded for 72 points, leaving spectators speechless. While LiAngelo's scoring accomplishments were remarkable, they were much complemented by the stellar play of his brother Lonzo, who consistently delivered triple-doubles, further solidifying the Husky status as a basketball powerhouse at that time. The Chino Hills Huskies' unparalleled success during the Ball family's tenure as a high school sensation not only cemented their legacy within the annals of high school basketball history, but also served as a springboard for their aspirations at the collegiate and professional levels. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned since college was where everything went downhill for Gelo. LiAngelo Ball's promising basketball journey took a significant downturn during his college time, primarily because of the shoplifting incident he had as a member of the UCLA. LiAngelo's college career took a disastrous turn after playing just one game for UCLA. Alongside two of his teammates, he was arrested for shoplifting during a team trip to China, creating an international incident that sent shockwaves through the basketball community. Despite claims that the incident was a misunderstanding, the repercussions were severe, with LiAngelo facing the possibility of up to 10 years in Chinese prison. Thankfully, diplomatic efforts between China and the United States intervened, leading to LiAngelo's release and return to the US. However, the fallout from the incident didn't end there. LiAngelo's father, LeVar Ball, became embroiled in a feud with then-President Donald Trump, who had reportedly intervened in the situation to secure the player's release. As a member of the shoplifting scandal and its aftermath, LiAngelo faced disciplinary action from UCLA, receiving a suspension from the basketball team. In response, LeVar Ball made the controversial decision to pull his son out of UCLA, effectively ending LiAngelo's college basketball career before it had a chance to truly begin. This might be the biggest mistake LeVar had ever made, because up until that point, the careers of his kids were only going uphill, despite the notoriety he earned for his loud mouth. However, most people would argue it would have been better if LiAngelo just accepted the suspension and carried on as a member of UCLA. Insisting on a one-and-done deal was where LeVar's ego got the best of him, since he was unable to see objectively and realize Gelo was nowhere near ready for the NBA, both mentally and skill-wise. Playing basketball for 1 or 2 more years would do nothing but only good for LiAngelo's career, and what his father did next was the most stupid thing there could be done. Instead of leaving his son to compete against the best prospects in the country, LeVar shipped him off to Lithuania alongside LaMelo, which was just another waste of his youth. It's fair to say LiAngelo messed up on his own and did shoot himself in the foot goofing around in China, but he was just a stupid kid with money and fame he couldn't handle properly. It was a shame that his college days were ended not because of his lack of skills, but bad decision making off the court. This brings us to the next point of his journey, which started after his departure with UCLA. His first stop was in Lithuania, where he joined his younger brother LaMelo to play for BC Prenai. Despite leading his team in scoring and demonstrating solid three-point shooting efficiency, the experience was marked as disappointing as the level of competition he faced was way below expected. The teams he faced were nowhere near the NCAA college basketball level, and him having good performances had no weight to the NBA scouting reports, and if there were any at all. The goal of making your way into the NBA through the Lithuanian League instead of playing for UCLA is wild, and it didn't pay off at all as LeVar thought it would. The fact is, so many American kids would give everything to have the opportunity to play for UCLA, and LiAngelo and his father just denied it like they were offended or something. Sorry that your son shoplifted in a foreign country with much more severe penalties than ours. You can't let him go off the hook without any consequences. But no, LeVar's ego was just too big, and it might have ruined his son's career over nothing. Seeking to carve his own path, LiAngelo then attempted to enter the professional basketball scene in the United States. However, his father LeVar's attempt to launch the JBA, LeVar's League, proved to be a little more than a sideshow, failing to provide meaningful opportunities for LiAngelo to showcase his skills. The following attempts to break into the NBA proved equally challenging. A brief stint with the Oklahoma City Blue, the G League affiliate of the Oklahoma City Thunder, saw LiAngelo play just one game before his time with the team came to an end. A non-guaranteed contract with the Detroit Pistons offered a glimmer of hope, but LiAngelo was waived after just 2 weeks without appearing in any preseason games. Similar disappointments followed with the Charlotte Hornets, where he was waived after a tryout and subsequent summer league stint in 2021. It would have been cool to see how Gelo and LaMelo would work together on the court. After all, he did have a 16-point game for Charlotte during the summer league, and maybe LaMelo's impact would be far greater than we could expect. Unfortunately, after the Hornets waived him, LiAngelo continued to pursue his basketball goals, landing with the Greensboro Swarm in the NBA G League. While the path to professional success remained uncertain, LiAngelo's resilience and determination deserve respect, because an ordinary person would just give up after being rejected so many times. His pursuit led him to signing with the Mexico Astros, where he hoped to revitalize his career. However, his time with the team was cut short due to injury, adding another setback to his already challenging path. In a recent thank you video, LiAngelo appeared to be struggling with his physical condition, raising concerns about his readiness to compete at a high level. Despite his undeniable talent and potential, it's evident that injuries and other factors have taken a toll on his ability to perform at his best, and at 25, his window is not looking the best. Looking ahead, LiAngelo Ball's future in basketball remains uncertain, but he continues to push forward in pursuit of his dream. Despite the challenges he has faced in securing a spot on an NBA roster, he remains determined to prove himself at the highest level of basketball. The dream path for LiAngelo is a return to the NBA, but that's not an option right now given his condition. With a change of direction and hard work, LiAngelo may yet find an opportunity to showcase his skills in the NBA and carve out a couple of playing seasons alongside or against his brothers. Alternatively, LiAngelo could seek to revive his career in Europe. Joining a team in the EuroLeague, such as Zalgiris, Bayern Munich, or Milano, could provide him with a fresh start and the chance to prove himself on the international stage. Landing a spot in a Spanish team like Valencia or Baskonia would mean so much for his development as a player, as they also have a strong national championships alongside playing in the EuroLeague. While it may involve starting with minor teams or working his way up from lower tier leagues, LiAngelo's talent and determination could pave the way for a successful EuroLeague career revival, something similar to what Dante Exum did with Partizan Belgrade. As he continues to pursue his basketball dream, LiAngelo will have to change a lot of things. First, he needs to realize he's no longer a young, 19-year-old prodigy, but a desperate player trying to catch the last train. It's definitely not impossible, as we've seen from Seth Curry's example, who really entered the NBA at 25 years old, but he's been working like a madman and polished his shooting to the point where he has no problem landing a spot in any NBA roster. All of this begs the question, does LiAngelo have the quality that the NBA requires? The answer is, not right now, but if he stops listening to LeVar and actually develops a character that matches his skills, he might earn a shot as a role player. That's a bit of a reach, but definitely doable if all stars align in his favor. That's it for today, dear friends. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Let us know in the comments what you think of LiAngelo's journey, and what do you think the future holds for him. Thank you for watching and growing this channel. Make sure you don't miss out on more NBA stories by hitting that subscribe button. See you in the next one.